Hey there, Aquarius. This is Chronic Joy Tarot, and this is going to be your reading for October 2017, or somewhere around there. I'm posting this a little bit later than the first of the month, but I like to actually point out that whenever you come upon this video is the time to focus on that progress for yourself. So, you know, spirituality knows no time and date, and that may sound, that's probably just my excuse for being late, but it's true. I do believe that things will come to you at the time they're meant to come. So thank you for visiting my channel. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, subscribes, and all the ways that you're helping my channel to stick around and grow and thrive. I'm really appreciative of that. This month's oracle card is coming from this Chakra Wisdom deck. Beautiful deck. I love it. And every section, you know, focuses on a chakra in the body. And the green is your heart chakra. And the card I pulled for you, the card of the heart, is the wisdom card. Okay? And so, you know, the heart cards in this deck, they allow you to, you know, bring serenity to your situation. It allows, you know, any of the heart chakra cards. There's probably 7 or so in this section, and it talks about allowing serenity into your situation through this wisdom card. Okay, now you know, having your heart, let's just literally, you know, if your heart's not in it, you're not really going to want to proceed with anything in your life, right? And so this is talking about getting the balance and the healing and the love and the peace in your heart, and trusting it and holding it there, and then proceeding from there. You know, focus your energy on the heart center, and you know, you'll have support all the way through, right? Okay, so let's talk about the Zen Tarot spread here, the reading to go along with this card of wisdom. So you start out here. Either you're feeling very carefree right now, you're feeling a little released from maybe some spaces that are hard-edged and kind of blocking you in. You might be feeling real happy and kind of like, you know, nothing can really get to you right now, right? It really goes along with this, achieving a sense of wisdom, achieving a sense of balance within your heart, and knowing that, you know, all is well, and moving on to the next chakra, because this card is actually the last one in that series of the heart section, and moving on to the throat chakra and being able to speak your truth and live your truth. So you're there, you're right there in that sense of confidence and knowledge that all is okay. And that could be bringing you a sense of ease and freedom and playfulness and having a little bit of fun right now, which is a nice thing. You know, we don't always have to be guided by all the chatter in our minds, and just being able to be is a really nice state to be in. So this is where you start, and this is either where you are, where you've just been able to achieve this, or you're really knowing that it's coming, right? That sense of, I could breathe easy now, just, you know, for a little while until the next challenge in life comes along, which they always will. Okay? Internally, and maybe in your recent past, the need for control. Now, this is an internal energy, the position that it's in the spread. So I'm going to just venture to say that either you have an internal battle going on within you, and you're trying to sort it out with logic and, you know, pros and cons, or you're trying to sort it out with your thought processes, and that's having you feel a little bit rigid, a little bit stuck. So of course you're guided to drop down into the heart and just feel your way through this, instead of trying to manage every what if and, you know, who knows type of scenario that comes up. Try not to manage it so tightly, and just drop down into your heart and trust and allow life to continue to come to you. Okay, and if you can master that, if you can sort of release yourself from that need to, you know, have everything locked it down and certain, if you can release yourself from that need, then, yep, you'll have a sense of, kind of a sense of a release. Like the slowing down card is kind of saying, okay, you can kind of take a breath, right? You've done all the battling that you can internally. You've done all the, you know, pros and cons and what if and how am I going to get through this? I think, you know, you can relax back into that sense of playfulness, even just for a little bit of time, and slow it down. Be in each moment and enjoy it and appreciate it. That's what your heart brings you. That's what your heart brings you, is that ability. You know, the wisdom of the heart and soul really know a lot more than the wisdom of your mind. The mind goes in hand with the heart and soul. But I wouldn't say we start there, right? The mind is a tool that we use, but the root of us and the core of us is really rooted much deeper. And being able to sort of slow down, separate out for a minute and observe, you know, where the choices that you've made have brought you, and observe the state of your life at this time, with not a lot of response or reactivity or need to lash out and hold it in place, just to be able to observe it. There's a sense of space there. Then you can find, you know, your next direction from that. Okay? I'm just assuming that you're in a stuck place and that your wisdom is going to carry you through it. If this doesn't resonate for you, you know, obviously it's a general reading, so it's okay. And maybe check another sign, your rising sign or your moon sign, on my channel. But I'm just assuming that you've been in a sticky place here. Okay? Another internal energy is this card called the burden. So yeah, I mean, these are both mind cards. So I believe that there are spaces and thoughts and scenarios within you that are unseen to others, that you're kind of battling about in your mind. And maybe no one really knows about it, and maybe this is all within you. So it's those deeper spaces within your mind that are causing a little bit of confusion and a little bit of heaviness. Okay? But remember, you started out with this playful card, and the sense of wisdom and heart-guided life, you know, heart-guided living is with you. It's on your side. So these internal energies, you know, even though they seem burdensome and they seem difficult, they're really temporary. Okay? And you have the knowledge, you have the power to move past them. And, you know, the opposite, you may consider the opposite of slowing down to get past this stuff, like push ahead, push past it. But really, I'm feeling that pulling away and allowing it to be as it is, just allowing space for the conflicts in your life, allowing space for it, and pulling back and slowing down and observing it from sort of a part of yourself that's within yourself, but that isn't, you know, it's kind of like a third person. And being able to observe it that way will help, you know, allow it space to move on and move out from your experience. Yes, because you're getting it. You're getting in touch with the core of who you are. And more. And, you know, we all are every day. We all are learning about exactly what our source is. This specifically talks about, you know, the source, meaning your inner guide, meaning your God, your higher power, Mother Nature, you know, the universe. However you label it, this is the flow of life. And you're getting it, and it's actually showing up in your life space. So although you have these tighter mental energies, you're still, on the outside, and the external part of your life, you're still getting it. You are. So I wouldn't worry about being caught in one place for too long, because you're getting it. And remember, the root of this reading is fun, right? A sense of freedom, a sense of breathing easy for a little while, okay? The final internal card is the card experiencing, and that's lovely, because this talks about accepting and appreciating life as it is right now. Whatever is right here for you, experience it, and experience it fully, and love it. Love it. And even the more difficult energies, love that they're there, acknowledge them, embrace them, and then release them, because that is part of your growing. That's all part of your heart's wisdom, right? And the final cards, oh, look at this. Oh, 2 mind cards on your external in your external life. And they're comparison and the mind itself, literally. Look at this card. Look at that, dude. Oh, right? So I'm getting that, and this is an external energy. So this stuff could show up in your life experience with others. Okay? So what I'm gonna say is, when this comes up, so the comparison card is, obviously apples to oranges, red, but not really, because they're both fruits, right? But the apple would never say, oh, I wish I was an orange. I wish you could peel away my skin more easily, and I wish I was an orange. An apple would never say that. Just like the oak tree would never say, I wish I were a bamboo. I wish I could bend and flow in the wind. They both serve their purpose. There's no need to compare to one another. And for you, in your mind, the pros and cons that we talked about earlier, trying to lock things down and make sure, maneuver, things the way you need it to be, that's not going to get you, that's really going to cause you some mental anguish. Okay? So what I'm going to say is, when you find yourself going there, right? And, ticking off all the X's and O's and making sure, all the mental energy, when you find yourself going there, drop down to this energy and this energy. Drop down to the source of who you are, and drop down to what your heart and the wisdom of that heart center of your experience knows. And that is that all is fine. Life will continue to come at you. It will continue to challenge you. And that's okay. Because now if I just allow for these, sort of crunchy spaces, if I just allow for them to be here, they will pass. If I push against it and try to control it and try to, nail it down and get it in place, I will hold myself there, right? So this is your balancing act here, okay, Aquarius? It's teaching you, pull away. The energies will come, the mental questions and all the worries, and that will come. But you're getting that more quickly. You can allow it to be there. You can back up a little bit, make space for it, and allow it to release from your experience. Okay? Hoping this makes sense for you, Aquarius. I'm very grateful for all of you, and I will talk to you in a couple weeks. Okay? Thank you.